We're really good at ag. We're not so good at retail sometimes. So we wanted to look for someone who had the expertise that could fill in the voids, but yet still understand our layman's terms of what we wanted to do.
Hi, I'm Laura with Agtivation, and today we're meeting with Joanie Grimes. And I have to say, Joanie, it's been a while. We've had the pleasure of working with you on several projects, several websites, mainly because you have quite a run of successful business in the agriculture industry. And, it was a few years ago when we did the first one with you, actually 22 years ago. And now we just rolled out your latest business. So Joanie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and Maplecrest Meats and all of that you got going on?
Well, Laura, I appreciate you asking. And basically, we started 22 years ago with our farming operation of Maplecrest Farms. And as we've had family members coming back, we've had to increase our area of expertise and diversify within the agricultural business. So in March of 2020, we began Maplecrest Meats. And we knew from the very beginning that we wanted to go a step beyond, in that we wanted, a website that looked extremely professional, that would catch people's eye. We're really good at ag. We're not so good at retail sometimes. So we wanted to look for someone who had the expertise that could fill in the voids, but yet still understand our layman's terms of what we wanted to do. So there was no doubt that we turned to you and took on the project of starting Maplecrest Meats as a internet live retail store to be able to ship product throughout the United States.
Excellent. Now, you highlighted this a little bit, especially since you work with different personas, because each of your four businesses are very, very unique in its own. But when we focus on Maplecrest Meats, what was one of the problems that you had prior to contacting Agtivation?
Well, the thing we wanted to get by is that we knew the cuts and the types of things that we wanted to offer, but didn't know the best way to present it and be able to not confuse people and keep it as very simplistic as possible. So any person surfing the web would be able to say, oh, I get this and I can do this. And that was, sometimes we tend to overthink things and we get a little too deep in the weeds, and your designers kept it very attractive and basic and kept us out of the weeds.
Good, good. I'm glad that it is a striking, and it also helped with the logo and the branding that you brought forth. We were able to work with your team as well to make sure that was pulled through on the site. Of the overall process, what would you say worked the best for you, or what was the most surprising when you worked with Agtivation on our process?
The greatest surprise, I shouldn't say surprise, we knew it was going to turn out to be a wonderful project, but was that we met with you, gave you our vision of what we wanted to do, and said, these are the pieces that we want to work. And you presented us with two different mock-ups, and we definitely wanted to not do whatever the norm, which everyone else was doing. And one of those mock-ups definitely fit that need. We basically gave you the skeleton, and you put on all of the pieces and parts and muscle and dressed it up to be able to get our message out. And that was, and the second thing that really was the back side of it, the back office portion of it. How easy it is after you guys gave us a tutorial for us to be able to keep track of things and know where we're standing and know if something has come in or that we need to clean something up, and just being able to give you an outline and you guys come back with such a complete product that just made, we didn't have to worry about the details. You guys took care of all of that for us.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So as a result of implementing the strategy that we created together and getting your online store, your market there out, what would you say are some of the big outcomes, the big takeaways of what you're seeing now?
the comments that come in from the site, even if they're not customers, you know, a lot of people in the agricultural, in our business will go and look and say, wow, that's pretty impressive. So, you know, I said, hey, you know, us country bumpkins can put something together every once in a while, but it really wasn't us. It was you and your team that give it the look of professionalism that we needed, but yet inviting for anybody that wanted to go look at it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to put those quality cuts out there for the people that are looking for healthy, nutritious beef to put on the plates for their own families and their, you know, in their neighborhoods for those barbecues this summer.
So yeah, and it's been very enlightening to see the numbers of hits and how it corresponds to this. Currently, we are just doing marketing through social media, and it is very interesting to see when we put out a post that the spikes go up to take a look at it, and you get to see that people are actually going to your site. And it will be a slower process to build the shipping portion of it. But we're excited to be able to embark upon that and look forward to what it brings.
Good. And it is fairly new. It's only been a few weeks, but for any of our viewers that might be sitting on the fence about working with Agtivation or even doing some strategy planning with the Marketing Maximizer program that we offer, what advice would you have for them?
To definitely give you guys an email or a call and talk over things and see the possibilities. My concern was, how do we get this site out? How do we let people know that it's there? How do we attract people to that site? And you guys have helped to make that so much easier than what we thought it might be.
Good, good. Well, again, it's our pleasure, and we look forward to working with you as it goes on month by month with the Marketing Maximizer, so that you can just keep that potential rolling on and grow to support all the family members that are there building your family business.
Well, we do too. And my dream was to always have, if my kids wanted to come back and be a part of the operation, was to be able to do that. And you have allowed us to be able to start realizing part of those dreams, to where hopefully everybody will be back and doing their own area of expertise and have their own area that they can work on and contribute to our multifaceted, diversified Maplecrest farms.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been our pleasure.